You're listening to Channel 98.9, Corry's Radio Alternative. This is Silvis, and with me today on the line is one of our favorite local artists here at Channel 98.9. It's Brooke Surgener.
Hi, Brian. How you doing?
Well, we'll get to your big news that's happening today, but let's recap for a second. Now, from where I'm sitting, it looks like you've had a very productive year. We've seen some great videos from you, including a touching tribute to your late father called Tidal Waves.
Correct. Thank you.
Yep, and people can check that out on YouTube. Some pretty awesome music, too, including your single, Gimme Gimme, which was one of our most requested songs this year at Channel 98.9.
Seriously?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, well, now you do. In fact, our music department here distributed that single to alternative radio stations all over the U.S. and Canada. The Summit in Akron, Ohio, added Gimme Gimme to their rotation. KBUU in Malibu, California did as well, and it also got some spins on CHIP FM 101.9 in Fort Coulon, Quebec. They gave us some spins as well.
Amazing. I didn't know that. I mean, maybe you told me that, but wow, that's so thank you for...
It's been a busy summer, so I know we haven't been in touch, but that's all that's happened since we last talked. And at last check, the song has 113,000 views on YouTube, along with 16,000 Spotify spins. So a very productive year for Brooke Surgener.
Very busy.
Yes.
But yes, productive is the positive term for that.
I'm sure there's some other terms that you could throw in there too. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, it looks like you've done some touring as well.
I got to go on tour with First to 11, famous YouTube band here in Erie. I mean, all around the world, but I just so happened to work with them. And so I got to open up for them on tour with Andy Case. That was a great experience. There's been so much, but I think just being able to put out some songs and connect with people who I've never met before, or, just hear everyone's stories and how they were able to connect with my songs. I think that to me is like the biggest part of this year, and especially with my dad's song, that was really awesome.
That is Tidal Waves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. We're talking with local artist Brooke Surgener, whose new album drops today. For those that may not be familiar with you yet, give us a quick bio on Brooke Surgener.
So I am a singer-songwriter from Erie, Pennsylvania. I've been writing down my feelings since I could remember, probably since I was like 10 years old for sure, but I play like folk, indie folk, indie pop music. I'm best known for my music videos, just I think because I'm a very visual person, so a lot of times when I'm writing a song, I can envision what I'm trying to tell through this story, and it just drives me crazy until I actually get to physically make that music video. So I put a lot of work into that, so people kind of know me for those music videos, but I'm really excited for them to just get to know me for this album and the songs that I put into it. I like the color orange too. If you want to know some more stuff.
I think I saw a scooter of yours on Instagram. It's a bright orange, right?
Yes. Okay. Talking about something big that happened this year. I got an orange scooter. Oh my gosh. And now it's getting too cold to ride it.
Yeah, but it's a pretty color orange. I like it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so let's talk about what's happening today. Your studio album, Moon Waves, is happening today.
Well, these songs, I've kind of collected them over the years. I play out, for sometimes 2 to 3 hours on the weekends, and some of them have been in my song bank for a long time. And when I wanted to complete this album, it was almost like I was completing a chapter of myself, and the title of the album, Moon Waves, kind of goes with that. The songs are a combination of songs I've written, several years ago, and also just recently, and everything that's happened in my life in between then. And something I'm really proud of is that almost every song has a different theme to it. We're talking about love, friendship, loss, depression, and also like a song about my dog. And there's just so much that's happened in my life, and I really wanted to kind of, in the simplest way, say like these songs are like represent me, who I am then, who I am now. And with that, I'm excited to write new music and share what's happened outside of all of that stuff. So it's like I've been in this like little mental bubble of myself, and I'm really excited to share and connect with people through what I've gone through in the last few years.
And you write all your songs.
Yeah, I write all my songs.
Yep.
And they're definitely always from personal experience, or usually a couple times personal experience, and then I grab inspiration from something else to help finish the song. But I've written every song on the album.
Who else appears on the album?
Well, you guys are going to hear a song later today called Washington State, and there's a band called Good Morning Bedlam. They're from, I think they're from Rochester, Minnesota, but they were touring in Erie maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and I got to play on a show with them, and we became really good friends. And actually, the person that they introduced me to, which Zach Zarin, he helped produce and record this album with me, they worked with him, and so they introduced me to him, and then I got to work with him. And when I was recording a song called Washington State, I really wanted to have them on the album too, because they're just like, oh my gosh, they've got like the best harmonies. They're very beautiful bluegrass folk pop band, and I'm really excited to share that song. Other than that, the songs have a few different people on it playing like mandolin, like my friend Adam McKillop. Do you know Adam McKillop at all?
I know who he is. I don't know him personally.
He is the sweetest human. He played mandolin on my dad's song, so Tidal Waves. He got to play on that. And it was more so like I had like some friends do some group vocals for some of the choruses on the songs. And when I was recording with Zach, he like played drums. My friend Jess Catella played drums. So yeah, it's a lot of featuring a lot of different musicians on, doing some things that I can't do. I can't play drums. Sure. I can play mandolin. I can't play well. So when it comes to like a really important song, I'd rather have someone who knows what they're doing on it. So that and to call them those musicians my friends is such a privilege, and really, really cool to have that on there.
We're talking to local artist Brooke Surgener. Her new album drops today. It's called Moon Waves, and you mentioned the song Washington State is on there. So let's give that song a listen right now.
All the paths that I've walked on that led me astray, all the lies that never lasted and ended in pain, they've all shown me greater things than threads unraveled when fought. And oh darling, it's your web that I've been caught. So come on a Monday, I'm flying away to a place I've never been, in Washington State. All the signs point yes, so when the roads get too rough, let me show you love. too bad. Makes you think of too much. Oh, everything could go wrong and you are not enough. Well, this life complicates it all, and the wrongs make us right. So let me show you it's right. Oh, come on, and Monday I'm flying away to a place I've never been in Washington State. All the signs pointing us to where the roads get too rough. Let me show you, yeah, let me show you love. Let me show you love. Oh, let me show you love.
That's Washington State. It's off Brooke Surgener's new album Moonwaves, which comes out today.
I would consider that the only real love song I have on the album.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's really about the first time I was going to go to Washington State out on a whim to meet up with someone who was out there, and I'm like, I shouldn't do this, but I'm like, I feel like I have a good feeling about it. So I went out to Washington State, and long story short, we've been dating 6 years, so
Okay.
it was a good trip. No, I love that song. It's definitely about taking a chance on something, on yourself, and
Absolutely. So who produced the new album, and where was it recorded?
so the album, I would say, is shared produced between me and Zach Cern. He definitely was the right person that I finally found to fit how I wanted my music to sound. But a lot of songs were recorded in multiple different places. Washington State, the one you guys just heard, I actually recorded that myself in a big Airbnb with Good Morning Bedlam, who you hear also singing the harmonies and stuff on that track. Yeah, it was just because it was what we had to work with, and I'm like, hey, I've got my recording equipment. I actually flew out to them and just recorded with them for a weekend, so I just did it on my laptop in a big house. A few of the songs, I wanted to record them in the place that they were written. A favorite song of mine is called Black Coffee, and I mentioned in the song a cabin in the woods, my dad's cabin at my parents' house, and it meant something to me that when I listened back to the track, that I remembered where I was when I wrote it, and also remembered where I was when I recorded it. So I wanted to go out there and do that myself. And what I did with the album and a lot of the songs is I would record the vocals and the guitar and stuff here, and then when I was working with Zach, we finished it. So it was a collab in that way.
How can people listen or purchase the new album?
So you guys can actually stream the entire album right now on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, wherever you stream. And if you would like a physical copy of the album, which I would love to send that to you, you can go to my website, brooksurgener.com, and order one right there. Or you guys can come pick one up in person this Saturday at the 1020 Collective. I will have physical CDs for you.
Great. Tell us more about that show.
Oh, man. It's going to be at the 1020 Collective in Erie, PA, 7 p.m. It's going to be lots of blues and purples, and I'm really excited for the atmosphere to bring everyone into that and perform under it. And I'm going to be playing alongside a girl, Holloway Williams, who is a singer-songwriter from Pittsburgh, PA. She's coming up to perform and open up the show. And my good friend, Mackenzie Sprague, who is in a band called The Optimistic Apocalypse, known artist here in Erie. She's wonderful, such a good artist, and it's really cool to play alongside these strong women who are just so talented and put so much work into their art. And I think that's another cool thing, is just the vibe of that hard work and, determination to share your art and be able to play alongside them and play for different people there. And yeah.
That's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at 1020 Collect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's next for Brooke Surgener?
Next is I'm getting back in the studio next month. We keep going.
Yeah.
So I hope I get to travel and share this album and continue to just write and get better.
Brooke Surgener, it's the new album Moon Waves, and it drops today. Thanks, Brooke.